Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are. Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. It is your boy back in the building. Thanks again for checking in with us with another
Yeah, it's your boy coaching out 901, checking in with you this weekend.
And we are your hosts for the show, Gurus of the Game. Once again, we are back for another week with another episode. Got something special lined up for you guys. We got my guy, Darrian Gray, going to tap in with us at the mean streets of Memphis, man. Going to let us know about his journey, this journey of basketball, man, where it's taking him. And if this is you guys' first time checking in, welcome y'all. Uh, Gurus of the Game is a show that's about highlighting former ball players and current coaches and athletes that have used the game of basketball to further their career on and off the court. And we deserve to have those guys' stories told, and we feel like we're the ones to present it, man. And so we're happy for y'all to tap in with us and get a little bit of this game. How's your Saturday been going, bro?
Man, it's been going good, man. I hit the Breakfast Club this morning, got my little workout in. Just been chilling, on the 2K, trying to get my player together and stuff like this. So, just chill weekend, man.
Yeah, same here. Very chill weekend, long week that just passed through, man. Friday night was definitely a clincher. I can't believe Colorado lost that one. They was up by 30, 36,
29.
and 29 and gave the game away.
Yeah, 29.
Yeah, I was sick. Coach Primer had his glasses on, man. I knew something was up.
Yeah, it was all week.
Yeah, I knew something was up, man. How long so hold on before we get into Darrian, I know this is one of your guys, man. You heard about him back in Memphis?
Yeah, I heard about him my senior year in high school. I think he was a senior too, so yeah, I heard about him when I was a senior in high school. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all about a decade in then.
Yeah, per se.
Yeah, per se. Okay, no, definitely excited to get to Mr. Gray. Excited to hear his story. And without further ado, let's bring in our guy, man.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What's going on, my guy?
Hey, my guy Darren, what's up, fam?
Man, not much, man. Just in the place, man. Chilling with you guys, man. Just happy to talk to y'all, man. Happy to be in. So.
Man, we sincerely appreciate it. We had some technical difficulties, but glad you stuck on there with us, bro.
Nah, we got it together, man. We good.
How'd your Saturday been going thus far?
Man, it's been going great, man. Been around the game all day. Had a coaches clinic today at University of Memphis, man, with Penny Hardaway. Always good soaking up that game from all the assistants and the players and just everybody. Everybody was there, kind of, just faces, familiar faces. So it's been cool, man. Now I'm at the crib chilling, and it's a lot better today.
How many days was the clinic?
It was just today. It was just today. It was this morning about 9. Finished about 1:30, almost 2 o'clock. So it's been cool. It was a good one though today.
Nine some of them coaches that were there.
But sure, Penny Hardaway was in the building. Jamie Rosser, if y'all know Coach Jamie Rosser, coached at Southeast Missouri State. It was pretty much their staff. Elliot Perry was in the building. Uh, it was a lot of coaches. Paul Edwards, Southwind, Willie Kemp, Whitehaven, just a lot of high school coaches as well, all just soaking in that college game.
No, that's what's up, man. I need to go to a coaching clinic myself. A lot of Jews that they drop there, a lot of networking going on. And it's more than just kind of X's and O's, right? It's like dealing with personalities, dealing with parents, dealing with emotions, dealing with grades, dealing with courses and education. So it's a lot that factors into that than just, rolling the ball out.
It was great, man. They talked about so much, gave so much game. You even got the chance to see the coaches interact with the players. There's different kinds of players. Everybody. Some people are low maintenance, some people are high maintenance. But to see the coaches on how they, you know, decipher through all that, man, it was good. It was real good.
Yeah, man, that's dope. We definitely gonna get to you coaching, how you first got started, and where you plan on taking it there, man. But before we jump to where you at now, we kind of want to know initially how you got started, right, with this game of basketball. So one of the questions we like to ask here at Gurus of the Game is, who was one of your gurus, man? Who was the first one that kind of put the ball in your hand and got you on this journey, this basketball journey?
Man, I'm gonna say who put the ball in my hands, the guru. I'm gonna say my mom, man. My mom,
Yeah,
she gave me that ball, man. She actually say my first words was ball. Actually, it was ball. That was my first words. She claims that I couldn't even like if a game was on, I'd be locked in. But as soon as the game went off, I'd be crying. I'd lose my mind. And the only way that I would stop crying is if I had a ball in my hand, man. And it just started from there. It started elementary, taking the ball with me everywhere, walking to school. I'm dribbling the ball to school. I'm dribbling in school. When I walk in the hallways, teachers used to have to take it and hold it till recess. Like, and it's deep. It started there though. So I'm gonna say mom was the guru for sure.
yeah, that's dope. I told the kids and I told the kids this past summer, man. This past summer, I said, don't show up to school the first day, man, without the
Mm-mm.
ball in your hand. Just be the dumb jock. It's okay to be the hooper. Ain't nothing
Nah,
wrong with that, man.
it's
Somebody got
all
to be.
right.
Just let it be you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you just gotta
Hmm.
let it come to you, man. That hooping, man, it's a lifestyle, man. It can take over, man. Definitely took over me for sure.
Talk about something that you learned early on about the game that you think kind of put you ahead or put you a curve, like made you better than the guys around your age. Like what's something that you learned, you figure out early on, like if I do this, I can be a little bit better than everyone else early on in the game.
Um, just competing. To be honest,
Okay.
I found out early on that if you if you throw the first punch, I ain't talking about fighting, but if you throw the first punch, 9 times out of 10 they gonna bag up. So I just learned to be a killer on the floor. Just I'm throwing the first three ball. I'm applying the pressure first. And I feel like that's what just clicked in my mind and set me apart, from a lot of guys starting off. But I just, was relentless with just trying to, kill my opponent, to be honest.
Did you early on were you a standout player or did it eventually come later on?
Man, it was a long journey. It felt like a long journey. Starting off, man, I like to call myself, I was a street neighborhood church league All American. You know about the MAM league. I wasn't ranked, in middle school, and it was some guys that was ranked in middle school that I was like really low key looking up to because I wanted to be in that spotlight too. I just played with older guys in the neighborhood, um, and they didn't really open up. People knew about me. They just be like, "Hey, that tall kid, they can shoot." You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just a breakout, guy starting off, but it pretty much came later on in like probably about my ninth, 10th grade year when it started to show up.
Talk about middle school. What middle school did you go to?
Now I went to Kirby Middle School, sixth, seventh, and a little bit of eighth grade, and then I finished off at Ridgeway. Both great teams. My sixth grade year, I played with some legendary guys, Lawrence Bowers, they went to Missouri out of high school. Martino Brock, who was amazing, and at high school at Ridgeway. After that, seventh grade, played with Chris House, who was a household name at the time. Mario Bass. Chris Price. We were a good group. We went to state. We lost the game to go to state my 6th grade year. Went to state my 7th grade year and lost in the state championship. And then my 8th grade year, I transferred to Ridgeway, played with some guys. Chris Brewer played at Kent State. Um, Antonius Cleveland was a 6th grader. May that's playing overseas right now, killing. We had a lot of guys that was nice up there, and we ended up making it far in the playoffs. We ended up losing like a couple games before being able to go up that road. So
Yeah, that's fire. Back when you first started playing, what were some of the things in your game that you saw that you
hold on, repeat it one more time. One more time.
I said, what are some of the things naturally when you were younger that you did well that set you apart from everyone else?
Shoot
You
the
know, some kids
ball.
could just shoot the ball.
Shoot the
Okay, yeah.
ball, man. I could shoot the ball. And that came, I'm gonna tell you a story. That came from me having a terrible basketball goal. Like I had the worst goal in the neighborhood just because it kept falling. You know how you had to put the put the cement in the bag. I didn't do the cement. We had like some little tires, but it used to be not hurricane. It used to be storming a lot in Memphis around this time. This is when like the Hickory Ridge Mall had that big tornado. We used to have tornadoes real bad. So my goal would fall all the time, and it was like really like an oval. So I would, man, if mom wouldn't let me go up the street, I was on that goal all day. And that's the only attribute I kind of had because I was slow. I was tall and I was slow, but my jump shot, I pretty much always had that.
Talk about going to high school. How did you pick your high school?
Man, it was a fluke how I picked my high school. Well, I ain't gonna say it was a fluke, but Ridgeway Middle is just a custom to go to Ridgeway High. They was amazing. They was, the best school to go to. Most of my friends went there, but I had one friend, Trey Mobley, who's the assistant coach with me now at Douglas. 8th grade, well, going into 9th grade, I'm trying to figure out what school I want to go to. But I wanted to make an identity for myself. Like I said, a lot of other guys was highly touted, highly known. Me myself, I wanted my own name, to be honest. So he said, you ever heard about Overton High School? I'm like, I never really seen it. And if you from Memphis, you would ride right past Overton because you don't know it's in the cut. But man, when I went to Overton, man, it just everything was perfect for me. At that time, you know. But that's why I started at Overton.
Did you have any peer pressure? I know kind of coming up and playing with the guys that you're playing with in 8th grade and playing on that circuit. I know the question is, what high school you going to? Was
Right.
it tough picking, or did you have a favorite in mind? Did you want to go to the hood school? Did you want to go to the private school, or did you want to join everyone else, or was it more of I want to, like you said, kind of create your own lane?
Yeah, I wanted to create my own lane. Off the top of my head, outside of Coach Jamie Rosser and Coach Moody, who were like the all-time greats that you ever heard that come out of Overton, I had never heard about anybody going to Overton. So I said to myself, if I can go there, I can be the next one. Of course, Kirby High, that's the neighborhood I'm from. I'm from over in that Hickory Hill area. So I was supposed to go there. A lot of people was like, why you don't go to Kirby? But it was a different environment. I wanted to change my environment. I didn't want to I'm not going to say I didn't want to be around the people that I knew all my life, but I just wanted to see more and do more. So I had a couple high schools that wanted me, but I just wanted to feel my own lane.
Talk about your freshman year. How did it go?
It went all right. I was I was one of two. It was only two of us that made varsity. Freshman was a breeze. We used to kill freshmen. Me and my guy Montez Pfeiffer. Uh, he actually he actually came to Overton with me. He was a stud, ranked in the nation, middle school. I'm really looking up to him, to be honest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we played together all through middle school, and then I got a chance I tricked him into coming to Overton with me. But pretty much they knew me as, I had developed a reputation. I had a nickname in Overton in my ninth grade year. They called me Pretty Boy. So that's, of course, that's gonna stick. But I was just a shooter. When we needed a three for varsity, I just get in and hit threes. We'll be down six or something like that. They'll just call. I'll be at the end of the bench. Coach will say, Pretty Boy. I come in, stand in that corner, guard or penetrate, draw the defense kick. You can bet your money I'm gonna make that three. And then I come right back out. But that was until the coach, he would put me in. He would start me sometime. It was just I had to grind really for real as a ninth grader, to get my respect coming in that next year.
What do you think factored into you being so persistent and being so steadfast? Because nowadays, well, most kids come up between, or come up against a challenge, they usually go the opposite way.
Mm.
Or when they reach a speed bump, they usually don't have enough uh, courage or, mind willpower to kind of get over that hump. And so what do you think helped factor it in into, your willpower and your will to persevere when coach kind of told you, hey, you're not good enough?
And it's so much that factors in on that, man. I can't even pinpoint one thing. It could have been my upbringing. Life was already life. We from Memphis. There's stuff going on every
Like
day.
what? Like what though?
Like, just, shoot, what we gonna eat the night? What's on the menu? Just family members going through things, friends in the neighborhood passing away. It was a whole lot of stuff going on early. So
This was early 2000s in the Memphis or like late
yeah, of
90s?
course. No, this like the early.
I'm born 87. I might be a little older than you, so
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
okay,
I'm an
yeah,
older
yeah, yeah.
guy.
Nah, this like the 2000s, man. This like I was in seventh grade by 2003, and
Okay.
I was in high school. My first year of high school was 2006.
Ooh, the
Yeah,
early
yeah, yeah.
2000s. That's when Orange Man was going
Yeah,
crazy.
oh
All type.
man, everywhere was going crazy, man. Everywhere was going crazy around that time. But Orange Mound definitely was around that time for sure. You know a little something.
Yeah, for
But
sure. Uh-huh.
man, it was a whole lot of stuff, man. And really, just being honest, man, just I wanted to make my people proud, man. I
Right.
really did. Like, I wanted to make my neighborhood proud. Like, I didn't know too many people that was, you know, one of them ones in the game. We was playing ball outside. I wanted to be that one. I wanted to be the one to go to college. I wanted to make my mama proud doing something that was, constructive.
Right.
So that's what really kept me going. That's what really kept me persistent for sure.
You didn't want to be another statistic.
I couldn't do it. My mama didn't let me. See, my mama didn't let me. The neighborhood didn't let me. Friends, people, really, it's a lot of people that's responsible for keeping me, grounded. But I myself, I just stayed persistent by just thinking about what was next and just thinking about what's better. What can I do to be better or get to the better.
And when you living in that environment, bro, you seeing it every day, bro. You seeing you go, like you say, you go outside, you see the guys that got potential that could have made it, and you asking them, you outside on the course, and you asking them, bro, why you ain't hooping? Why you ain't doing this? Why you not doing this? And they get to tell you, bro, I started doing drugs, or I start messing with girls, so you get a chance to learn kind of early, like, okay, let me just stray away from this. They let
That,
me, I'm getting a pass. Let me just stay on my road. Let me just hoop. Because they on some other stuff over here, but they allow me to come over here and just be me. So, like you said, it is different. You do just want to get out. You do want to get away. You do want to see something different besides the M all day long.
man, I honestly learned. You know how some people learn what to do? I learned what not to do.
Right.
Like
Facts.
that was my way of learning what to do, like learning what not to do. I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis, this person did this and now he gone. Don't do that. This person had this chance and this happened. Don't do that. And that was my path. That was my path for real.
Did
Did
you?
your mom did
My fault. Go ahead.
did you I know you said your mom put the ball in your hand. We had quite a few guests whose moms played some real deal like basketball. Did your mom like hoop or was she fond
My
of the basketball
my
culture?
mama can't dribble and chew gum at the same time. She ain't, she said she didn't play no basketball, but she was an athlete. She did
Okay.
run track and she swam too. She was a swimmer too. But basketball, that just kind of popped out the sky. She said,
Yeah, basketball definitely saves lives,
"Duh,
and basketball saved my life. And so, we
man,
definitely that's why we wanted to speak with you because at this point in our lives, it's important that we use basketball for more than just a game.
sure,
It has to be one of our vehicles for change, in our community and also the world. And so, you know, it's important that you share your side of the story, man, about how it factored into keeping you off the streets and in the gym because that's what we're using it for now.
fast, fast, man. That's exactly what I did."
I want to ask you, before we got past the high school, what about AAU? Did you play a little AAU?
Man, so my AAU story is crazy. Like I said, I was a church league All American, man. I was one of the best church league. I was with New Stars Church on Holmes Road, man. My uncle actually made the team around me. Had a couple of guys from the neighborhood that really, was 1 foot in, 1 foot out playing basketball, but it was really good for me.
Right.
Uh, it might have been 10th grade, which was actually my breakout year in high school.
Okay.
I had a guy named Jarvis Payne who was actually playing for the Y, which is equivalent to Team Thad now. It was like the best team in Memphis and Tennessee. We was under Bobby Dodd, who was actually over AAU. Like we was his team, and which is on this
Is Thaddeus
picture.
Young
Okay?
from Memphis?
Yeah, of course, of
Bet.
course.
Bet.
And he played for the Y as well. He played. This program was big like this too.
Right.
Man, he invited me to a practice. Man, I was nervous as a mug because everybody on that team was guys that I had heard about. Some of them I never even seen. You just heard this person. So, man, I go to practice, man. Long story short, man, I showed out. I showed out, man. They said, you know what, we're gonna give you one more tryout. Come tomorrow. Did my thing again, man. By the time in the practice, they asked me what shoe size I wear. We going out of town tomorrow. I came on a Thursday, and they said we going to Texas to play in a Nike tournament tomorrow. So I went straight from playing church league, getting 40, 50 in the church league, to playing with some of the best in the nation the next weekend or so.
Right.
So it changed for me right then.
Do you think playing in the church league was beneficial because it allowed you to develop freely?
Yeah, yes, it was definitely my test run to, like, I'm gonna say not stardom, but just having that light on me, you know,
Right.
having the ball in my hand, making the decisions. It gave me that confidence early.
Right.
Outside of me just doing it in the neighborhood, it's different when you're doing it when people in them stands or them whistles out. It's
Right.
different. It's different, you know. So that definitely gave me my kickstart for sure. Shout out to Uncle Jimmy for that. He really got me going.
Man, Uncle Jimmy don't know how important he was, man.
He don't know. I gotta let him know. I gotta let him know one day.
Well,
But he definitely was a part of it.
I give my OGs their flowers all the time, man, because like you said, we coming up, you think he just taking you here and just signing you up and just letting you run. Like, nah, that nigga, he keeping you away from all the other things that you could really be getting into.
Man, and it was actually another coach as well. Coach Terrence McGee, who was actually the coach on that Y team.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that really took a liking to me. Like when he was really the one telling the head coach, like, we need to take another look at him. You know, he was, once I got on that team and we hit the ground running and I
Right.
eventually became a starter, like he had me in the gym every day, like giving me that knowledge, that game. Like those two guys really gave me the confidence, man, for real, to succeed. And it did, like you said, it kept me from a lot of stuff, man, because he kept my mind on
Right.
just elevating that game instead of, just stuff that was going on around me.
Since they exposed you to the game early, well, like really in prime time years, would it be in middle school AAU and high school AAU? What's the difference now between AAU, now and then, back then, especially being in Memphis, where that's a Nike state, so y'all getting all type of stuff early over there, man. So
Yeah.
what are you seeing nowadays in these streets?
It's different. I can say I played a lot of team ball. And a
Right,
one more, skip passes.
right,
Give it up the floor.
right,
And this time at AAU, I see a lot of ball screen. Come
right.
off the ball screen, don't got none. Come back, just do another ball screen. Like it's just a lot of stagnant basketball, and
Wow.
I feel like when my part of AAU, you had to tie your shoes up every game and lock your jaws. You know what I'm saying? To play defense, to just just that grit. You had to because this person right here is trying to take your head off. They trying to get ranked. They
Right.
heard you this. They heard you that. A lot of times in this AAU, if you already a ranked guy, they might just let you go off for 40 and it's just cool. You know what I'm saying? It's,
Wow. These days.
it might be a little different, man. It's a little different. You got some. You do have some that say, no, not today. You're gonna
Right,
have to do that on somebody else.
right.
But for the most part, man, it's a lot of
Buddy
They
we
like
ball,
like to call it buddy buddy.
not a
They
buddy.
like to call. Yeah, it's a lot of buddy. It's a lot of buddy instead of a lot of competing to the highest level. Like no disrespect, but forget you right now, who you are. You know what I'm saying? None of that matter right now. You got like that's what it was a lot of back then. I feel like that's just my opinion though.
Nah, I agree. I agree. And then, like you said, playing outside against them older guys, you
Come on,
already learning how to be tough. They're not gonna give you the foul.
that's one. That's it. That's it too. The outside ball, that's done. The no blood, no foul rule,
right,
that's
right.
done. They get tapped. They calling the foul. It's
I ain't
different.
heard that phrase in
Come
a
on now.
decade.
Come on now. No blood, no foul.
Right.
I ain't heard
Dude,
that
it used
ever.
to be crazy, man. You had old heads that was intoxicated. They out there, they letting you have it. If you ever been to Mount Moriah, if you ever played at the precinct, man, you hearing and feeling all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's up to you if you're gonna tuck your tail or if you're gonna rise to the occasion.
Prove it, bro. That's some of the best hoop that you can get as a young kid, bro. Go
Dang, the
see.
best.
That's
That's
some
another thing that shaped me too, man. That Mount Moriah shaped me. It made me know when I step on this court, I gotta go hard. I'm really. It's so many people there. You don't want to get shown up. You
facts.
don't want to get shown up, and you definitely don't want to lose because you gotta wait 10 downs unless somebody pick you up right after. But
Facts.
I wasn't trying to leave that court, and I'm trying to be on that second and third court where the real hoopers was at.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get to Mount Moriah till after senior year once
Ooh,
I graduated, bro. But once I
dang.
got there, bro, I met your boy, and he became my little my one of my partners up there.
Yeah, yeah.
LD. So
Oh man, we was up there faithfully, man. That was the run. It wasn't no call up. Let's meet up at this gym. No,
Right,
everybody is gonna be on the outside course. It's the police precinct for my guy. It's a police precinct, but it's 4 or 5 courts, and they going for 24 hours. You can catch a good run 24 hours, man. You can go up there at 2 o'clock in the morning and catch a good hoop.
6 o'clock in the morning,
6 o'clock. You got people bedding. You got people, man.
Brian
Man, it used to be the time.
PlayStation, they doing it all up there, bro.
They doing everything under the sun up there, to be honest. But the hooping part, it was the best.
that's where that dog comes in.
Yeah,
You sitting on the side, 5, 6 games. You seeing other guys get off. Cast that's weaker than you shine. Now it's your time to get on the court. You not
Yeah,
getting off.
man. Tying them shorts up. Man, we letting them fillers out here. Bring your best 3, best 4, and we trying to run the floor for sure.
Do you think social media made the game softer? Because as you said, it's a lot of buddy ball going on. But is that because guys feel like, all right, here's Bronny James. I feel like I know you. We're friends on Facebook, Twitter. I see what you're doing day to day. Whereas back then we had, what was it, rankings or
Yeah,
scout.com or
yeah.
Prep
Rival.
Hoops,
Yeah,
Rivals. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? This is I'm scrolling. All right, dude, Detroit,
yeah,
6'3" guard. Why he ahead of me? Hell
yeah,
no. When
yeah.
I see him, burn that ass up. You know what I'm saying? And so I
Yeah,
think, do you think social media has something to play in the way AU is these days?
man. I try to ask a lot of questions, man, about these days, and I feel like social media it does play a little part. It plays a part in it. I feel like I asked the question the other day.
Yeah.
If I was a top rated high schooler and I got 500,000 followers, do I go as hard? Do I still try to strive to be, the greatest, or coming from being unknown? Do I still go hard? And I couldn't answer that question because I don't know. These kids, getting attention that we weren't getting, what I'm saying, to be honest, like not like that. And to be honest, that's the attention you want. You want the world to know that you one of them guys.
Right.
I just feel like social media definitely play a little part in it, man, because a lot of guys will be complacent off of, the smallest things on IG, the smallest stuff, a mixtape. Once you get a mixtape, slow
I made
mo,
it.
you made it. You got the slow
Right.
mo, you doing the jelly layup, and you throwing up signs, and it's
Wiping your nose, banging your
you
head.
doing out, you know what I'm saying? I think when they see that, they get them a level of confidence. Some of them, you got some of them that want more, but I feel like definitely it play a little. Social media play a part in a lot of stuff, man. But definitely on that scale.
So talk about a little. So before we get too deep out, we'll talk a little bit about your AAU. Like, did you get some offers? How far did you go? Because you said you played on a good team. So how far did y'all go?
I did pretty
Well,
good,
it
man.
was
I
like,
had
yeah, and with that, well,
say it again. Say it again. Kind of went out a little bit.
I said, and then also, what are some of the bigger games that you played in on the circuit?
Oh, we played in everything. Boo Williams. We played in the Nike Extravaganza, Peach
Mm,
Jam. I was in Peach Jam every year. Got a chance to see D Rose and Tyreek Evans and DeMarcus Cousins. I saw them with my own eyes. A lot of guys. But as far as the offers go, I had a lot of interest, but a lot of schools didn't want to pull the trigger on me because I was a non-qualifier. A lot of people knew about my grades. I didn't know until I was 11th grader that your ninth grade year is your most important year as far as grades. I didn't know that. And I kind of, the academic aspect was non-existent coming out of Overton, to be honest. My ninth grade and 10th grade year, none at all. But I had a lot of schools that were on my tail. Tennessee, most of the SEC, Ole Miss, Coach Kennedy, a lot of other schools were on me at that time, though.
So you missed out on a good opportunity because some grades.
Grades, man. And I wasn't a good test taker. Just being in that room and just staring at a piece of paper. I didn't study for a month, but just to be in that room all day, taking that test, man, I'm thinking about a game I had the other day. I'm thinking about it. Just used to be so much, man. The test taking part just wasn't for me at that time. I figured it out once I got to Southwind, but starting off, it wasn't good for me, and that's what a lot of coaches, that's why a lot of coaches didn't offer. A lot of them did a lot of unofficial, stuff. A lot of them, was trying to send me to prep school, for a year, and I go straight to their school, they university. I even had a university. I don't want to say too much, but I had a university to pay for me to take the SAT. And the SAT we don't even offer at the time. We didn't even offer it at Tennessee. I took it at Ridgeway High School in a room by myself, nobody in there, no teacher, nothing. Like, and still, I just think I couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't pass that test, man.
It be like this sometimes, bro. Not
Man, I just couldn't. I couldn't sit still, man. I don't know what it was back then, but I ended up figuring it out once I got to college.
it be like that. So you say you leave Overton. What made you leave Overton? What made you say, you know what, I'm doing good over here. I'm getting a little buzz. What made you just say, man, you know what, I'm finna go over here to South Wing?
Man, I didn't want to leave at first because me and Chuck LD, we cooking at Overton. We both 10th graders. See, my boy was a stretch folk, man, kicking, man, killing. But I was just looking for more. I was looking for more, man. Overton is it's a melting pot for a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And my mind wasn't focused. I needed some. I needed something more. I ain't gonna say it's a hood school, but hood things go on in it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's in the environment for that kind of stuff. But man, Montez, the guy I told you that actually went to Overton with, he ended up leaving a year early to go to Southwind. Southwind opened up, the school just opened up in '07, '08. So he went on and went. He used to call me and just tell me, come over here, man. It's fine. We not wearing uniforms. There's so many girls and all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I just said, you know what? You're right. I think I need to just come over there, and it was a brand new school, new weight room. Talking about at the time, state of the art facility.
Right.
And Overton, shoot, you don't even want to go and use. You don't even want to use some restrooms because it's horrible. So I just tried to upgrade. I wanted to upgrade, and shoot, I went for it.
How so how did the change help? Like you changed in school, like what happened in the course of you changing school? Like what positive happened for you?
I'm gonna say my grades got better for sure. Man, Coach Paul Edwards, man, a legendary coach here in Memphis, won 8 middle school state championships in a row before he came over to high school. Uh, man, he just told me straight up, Pruitt, that was, my nickname, Pruitt. You got a whole lot of talent, man, and you gonna waste it if you don't come here and do no work. You got to do your work. I started off in AP classes, which was tough starting off. I had to, I did what I could, but man, that's what changed it, man. He changed my mindset. And like I said, when you go to another environment where pretty much you starting fresh, and the environment is just healthy, like Southwind is an area. Now it's a little different, but at the time it was a brand new area. Everything is brand new. It used to be woods. It was, everybody rich, everybody got a little money. I kind of came, so it was just a different environment, different headspace. So it just helped me I didn't really have too much to worry about, just hooping, just trying to make it. And sure, it just made it easy.
Do you believe that people are products of their environment?
For sure. For sure, to an extent. To an extent. Some people learn and grow. Some people are still themselves and learn and grow. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's levels to it. It's what it's what you choose to take with you from the environment. You know what I'm saying? But everybody most people, you got some people you wouldn't even know from the hood because they, so they carry themselves in different ways. So it's different for sure. But it's definitely I'm a product of my environment for sure.
How important is it though if we decide to leave the hood? it's important, I believe, that we come back.
Oh,
I
that's
believe I believe that every other culture has a circular dynamic to it, but in our community, the black community, I feel like ours is one direction, right? Like,
yeah,
let's leave the hood, and we leave
yeah,
the hood, and we're gone.
yeah,
And then somebody comes in, gentrifies it, and resells it. Now we can't come back in,
yeah, yeah,
right? And so I believe with these conversations that we're having, we need to start to make our community circular, right? It's like, yeah,
yeah,
you can leave the hood, but you got to, whatever you learned while you were outside, you had to bring it back with you.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of that is what I do with this coaching, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I use the coaching for. I've had a chance. I beat the odds. The odds of me, 18, 19. People not making me see 19, man. So
Really?
me just coming back to just, give my game, what I've seen, what I've been through, you know. Now some of them don't receive it. It's a different youth that we dealing with sometimes. But we was like that too growing up. Sometimes when the
Right.
old head come back, we like, all right, old head. But it's just we definitely gotta do it no matter you just gotta do it no matter what, man, because it's where you from and you got a chance to spark something in somebody might believe, somebody might hear that and take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? And remember that time that you came back and gave back and and it could be something good coming for them.
So talk about your career self win before we move forward. Talk about how well y'all played.
Man, we had a great team, man. Like I said, we were ranked in the nation, but what's
What
so
was y'all
crazy,
ranked? What was y'all? Whoa. What was y'all ranked in the nation? Let's get
we
let
was
let
like
let's
we
go
was like
back.
70. We was like 70 in the nation.
Okay,
But check this out. We
talk
had
to
only been
me.
open for 2 years.
Did at the high
And
school?
really the first year didn't count because they had a JV schedule. The year
Okay,
I got over there, that was the first year we had a varsity schedule.
and y'all was ranked nationally.
Yeah.
That's not
Both
bad.
years. That's I mean, and I'm the first graduating class of my school.
Okay.
So to me,
Are
that's
they still
huge.
open?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still open, still pumping. They still got some talent there. They end up winning the first. So we opened up in '07. The first state championship came in 2013.
Nice.
So we had a quick turnaround. But man, my years at Southwind, my 11th grade year I had a great year. I averaged about around 20 or something like that. It was a little tough though because I like to say we were the Warriors before the Warriors started because I played the four. I played every bit of two guard at Overton, but I played the four because I was already 6'4". I could rebound, shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? So we played fast, we pressed, shot threes, got dunks. We had a crazy system. We had all kind of coaches in the gym. Coach Calipari, everybody was coming to see us, teaching us sets. Like we ran Memphis offense, the dribble drive offense that D Rose and them ran. We
Mm-hmm.
ran that offense, man. Uh, so we had a good year. Our 11th grade year, we made it to regionals. We lost to Melrose that first year. They had a good squad. And then my senior year, uh, I had a great year. My senior year, we did really good. And by the way, I only lost 10 games my whole career at Southwind. We only lost 10. I only
Wow.
lost 10 out of 2 years.
Wow.
But my senior year I did really good. Uh, Led the team and pretty much all five stats. Uh, and we did real good. We lost to Melrose again, who was the number one team in the nation. With Chris Jones, that played at Louisville. Uh, Adonis Thomas. They had a squad, man. They had Bobby Parks, who was committed to Arizona but went overseas. Uh,
Damn.
Nate Rucker, who was man could jump and touch the top of the backboard.
Damn.
Man, we had a great year. We had great years there at Southwind, man. We did. We just couldn't get over that hump just because I feel like we were a young team with some of our guys being young, us not having that varsity schedule that first year that we opened. But we did our thing, man. I feel like I did my thing. I feel like I put my name on the map as one of the ones, Brown, when I got the Southwind.
What would you say? Picture your younger self walking home from high school with the ball in your hand after practice. A CD player, if you will, and
MP3. Yeah.
MP3, yes sir, MP3. I told you I'm old.
Yeah. No, you
MP3
good, you
player,
good, you good.
MP3 player,
Yeah.
and you see your younger self walking. What are two or three things that you would say to yourself to say, hey, if you do two or three things, you gonna hear David Stern calling your name.
Mm, man, I would say don't believe the hype. That's one thing I tell myself. Uh, just being like I said, a product of my environment, man. You know what I'm saying? I could have did more. I feel like I could have did more. Just on the basketball tip, I just could have did more, man. Uh,
More in what way?
I'm gonna
Like,
say, like, when you in high school, you just you got girls.
I feel it.
You
Don't
got,
believe
you
the
know
hype.
what I'm
You
saying?
read
Like,
your own articles. You in the paper the
man,
next day.
I don't feel
Right. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm kind of feeling myself, but I'm
I
still
know.
hungry at the same time. You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
what you're
But
saying.
I'm
I get
feeling
what
myself. Uh,
you right there in the middle. You ain't going as hard as you should.
yeah, I can say that. I
Right.
went on the weights real heavy. I should have been
Right.
pumping iron. I should have been getting ready for college. I was
Right.
making sure that jumper was right. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We was hooping every day and not train. Now it's a training game. You know what I'm saying? We weren't training. I was hooping everywhere they was bouncing the ball. But another thing I'll probably tell myself is, mm, that's a good one right there, man, because I never really thought of that. But
I know
just,
one thing. I know one thing I would tell my younger self. I had a real bad attitude.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Horrible. And so, like, in today's game, we grew up with Spreewell, Stephon
yeah,
Marbury,
yeah,
KG, just
yeah,
horrible. It was cool to AI. It was just cool to be an asshole back then.
yeah.
And so usually was the best player was the biggest asshole. Like, don't be nice. If you're nice, we just don't even like you. You know what I'm saying? And so, like,
You know
having a
what?
great
I say this. I would say I should have been more vocal. I can say that. Back then, I was a more of a so improved type guy. Like, coach would be yelling at me or something like that. I'd be like, all right, coach. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. When I feel like I should have been banding together, I should have been that leader. Hey, y'all, since I'm that guy, I should have been that. I just kind of used to lead by example. And I feel like, I had that gene in me to be vocal. I just didn't at that time. It came out of me later, but I just went on it at that time.
I
That's a
prove it.
good question though.
Now you said you could have went hard. Now also let them know the access to the gyms in Memphis, and they're trying and not really there. It wasn't really available at the time.
Man, you had about two trainers. I think Scotty Mason was
Fact.
one of them, and I think Coach Harris. I think it's Frank Harris. I think I remember hearing his name all the time. Never trained with him. I just always heard about him. But those it wasn't a lot of training going on, man. Not that I know of. I might be wrong,
Me,
but all the top guys that I was playing against and playing with, we was at Mount Moriah. We was at a hoop session. Like we was hooping somewhere. We are, the Boys and Girls Club. Some we was breaking in gyms to hoop. Like
right.
like really, like for real, breaking in gyms and hooping. Police come, we running. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, it definitely wasn't. I can't name too many places where people was like training. There wasn't a thing.
and even if it was, you might not have the bread to even to
Nah,
take
I, I,
care of
I
it.
couldn't pay for it. Nah. I could
Yeah.
just watch. I could just watch. Uh, Carmelo Anthony jab and go out somewhere, go out to my front yard, go out to the curb with the cold where they hooping, and do that same move 100 times on whoever guard me. Like that's kind of how like I would do the move. I would watch college basketball. I watch JJ Redick and watch Jimmy Fredette when he was in college. Man, everybody in college, and I would just go out and go do exactly what I saw. Even Tyreek Evans, like I watched it, it was to the point where I would shoot it behind my head and call like just I was man, it's just so much, man. And that's how I train. I just watch somebody, watch something, and then I did that move until I got tired of it, until I mastered it.
Speaking of college, what made you choose college? What made you choose to play college basketball, or did college basketball choose you?
Oh, for sure. That's all I wanted to do. I'm gonna be honest, man. College basketball was like making it to the league to me. If
Yeah.
you remember that one shining moment that when that song come on, man, when them buzzer beaters, people running, the upsets, the one seed beating up. Man, I used to be this close to the TV. Mama used to have to tell me, bag up, boy. I'm watching every game. I remember when Steph Curry and Davidson,
Yeah,
like,
Davidson.
I remember Tayshaun Prince at Kentucky. Like,
Yeah.
I was watching all of that. So
Yeah.
that was really my dream. That was my NBA to go Division I, make it to the NCAA tournament. That was me. That's what I wanted.
I think this every kid dream coming from an M.
Mm.
Like I don't know no kid in the M. They don't think that they ain't gonna get a chance to play college basketball starting off early, bro. Like everybody goal is to play at the University of Memphis and go D1, like you said,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah.
True. That was the goal, really, just to get out, just to say you going somewhere or something. What school you go to, man? He going to college. True. That's what's up. He ain't still here. You know what I'm saying? That was the one up for real.
Tell us about the move to Texas and how much of a culture shock and change that was for you coming from Memphis and having to adapt.
Texas was different, man. I had never been to Texas like that. I think I went to Texas for an AAU trip, but we in hotels, we at the games, we going home.
Right.
But it was definitely a culture shock. I was in Corsicana, Texas, kind of in between Dallas and Houston. Man, I didn't know people really dance like that. Like the dudes really was South Dallas swag, and everybody, man, it was different. The haircuts,
The shag.
legs, the
Yeah, the
booty,
shag.
the hair in the front. Man, it was different, man. The weather, we had a blizzard one year. It'll go from super hot, and then in the wintertime, it's super cold. Versus Memphis, man, a little ice, we ain't going to school. Like it just was different. And it was a culture shock. The people was different too. Like in Memphis, people, they kind of frown their nose up at you. In Dallas and Texas, they cool. Hey, what's up, bro? That's where I learned, bro. Where I'm from, we was bro. What's up, bro? When I got to Texas, everybody, what up, bro? What up, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm blending in with them. What's up, bro? So Texas, I enjoyed Texas, man. Outside of the coach killing us every day, I enjoyed Texas.
Talk about them practices, them JUCO practices.
Man, Johnny Estelle at Navarro College, man. It was actually the school that Cameron went to as well. The rapper Cameron went there for a semester, he say. Man, that coach, when he recruited me, he came down to Memphis, had a nice smile, cool. You know how them coaches get you, they cool as a fan. But man, when we got there, we up 5 a.m. running sprints. I'm talking about running real sprints, like not no halfway, like we sprinting our tails off. 5 a.m. Then we got class. Then we got weights. We lifting everything in the weight room, man. Everything.
Right.
And then gotta go to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, I can't even shoot, coach. My arms ain't letting me. And I went big as I got, toward down the line when I went D1. But man, them weights used to kill me, man. I was a shooter, so it was just tough. I just had to learn on the fly. But them college practices, it was practices. Sometimes we didn't even touch a ball. We just running in the hot box. We just running, grinding. Like man, it really it teach you. It teach you a whole lot, man.
We we see Last Chance U on Netflix a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
do you agree? Do you feel like what they're projecting is true to the JUCO world? Like they really showing you what it's like to be in JUCO?
Yeah, they are. And certain places is a lot different. Certain places is rougher than that. They was in Cali. Just imagine you in Tomball, Texas, or Tyler, Texas, where Jimmy Butler and them went to, a Midland, Texas, where Jay Crowder went.
Mm-hmm.
Some schools I went to, it ain't nothing but cornfields, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta really be devoted to the grind. And when I watched it, they was devoted. You had some guys with different reasons why they in JUCO. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love that Last Chance U because it do open up a lot of eyes to the JUCO world. But man, when I say the hardest work I ever put in came in junior college, for sure.
It's not so easy these days, I've heard, to get to junior college with the
Yeah.
portal, with some kids just not getting recruited like they used to. I think JUCO now is the new JUCO. You can prolong your dreams a little bit longer. Now if you now nowadays, shoot, JUCO's like you praying for JUCO because some
Right,
kids just ain't getting that look, and then you really gonna find out, man. Basketball is it's a privilege.
man.
Like you're not guaranteed to play.
Nah, you not. It's sad, honestly. It's really sad though. I'm saying it's sad though that man, some of these kids work their butt off, man, might not get an offer.
We talked about that last week with
We
Yeah,
Darrian.
talked
that is
about
really
that.
sad, man. Like it's sad, dog. It's ooh. I tell my guys all the time, man. We got to work our butt off, man, because this opportunity don't come a lot in y'all day. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, y'all day. Yeah.
in this day and time right now, like you got to be one of them ones, man. In different aspects, you got to be coachable. You got to be so much, man. Just to play college ball. It's really a privilege now, for sure.
Mhm.
And even the JUCO coaches got their nose stuck up. Like
Yeah.
you ain't gonna come here and play, and financial aid ain't like it is on the JUCO level, and the house ain't like it is on the JUCO level, and the
So,
house, the JUCOs that do got housing, of course they getting all the better kids, and so it's just
yeah.
like,
And it's tough because you got guys that come down. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
Yeah.
True. I had a guy, Jeremy Adams, who actually played behind Chris Middleton at
wow,
Texas A&M. He was
wow.
nice. Came down. So you playing against so many odds, man. You just got to make sure you crossing your I's and dotting your T's when you playing this game, man. And it can land you somewhere.
I mean, for instance, did you the transfer portal?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Them kids don't get picked up. Where you think they're going?
Right.
Local JUCO
Yep.
ASAP.
Yep. Yep. And
I'm gonna
then
walk in and walk on. Shit, hell you mean?
soon, as soon as they do that 1 year at that JUCO, they get right back in the recruiting race. Now the
Shit.
coaches want to see what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, we got Dior Johnson right now on the JUCO level right now. Dior Johnson was a 5-star point guard. He on the
Dior
JUCO level.
Johnson.
Dior Johnson.
He's a JUCO player right
He's
now.
in JUCO right now.
I
And
think
he's
I know who
killing
you
it.
talking about.
Man, he a tough guard. Man, look him up. He's one of them ones, man. He was not he 5-star recruit. And right now he's at JUCO and he's killing it. He gonna have a chance to get back on that level, but that's just go to show you, man. It's tough.
And
Wow.
also, though, the kids need to know that you need the game. The game don't need you.
At all.
So
Man,
once you realize that the game don't need you need the game. You'll take it a little more serious. You'll be a little more humble about. Oh, okay, let me put a little more extra work in. Let me go a little bit more harder because I don't know how long this game gonna give me. So
and the harsh reality of it is you really don't register that until you grown, probably.
yeah,
Or
it's
till you
over.
done. That's
It's
when,
over with.
unless you one of the ones that it click for you, or you got people around you that flower that shower you with that kind of information and stuff. But other than that, you don't really think about that until your time and pass, man. Which is, so I just try to stay on my young guys, man, for real.
Then, if you're American, we might not really not need you.
Come on now, they coming with it. They coming with it over there.
Wow, you hear me?
Yeah,
You,
they
you,
coming with it.
when
Yeah,
Benyama 6'5", I think they had 3 guys going in the lottery this year from
yeah.
overseas.
And it's gonna be more to come. It's gonna be some guys that we never heard of with a last name with 20 letters, and he gonna be one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, he gonna be one of the ones.
Talk about how you go to JUCO, you do your years. How did you end up going to D1? Tell us how you got there.
So I ended up leaving Navarro. Uh, my father got sick. He was diagnosed with lupus.
Mm.
I wanted to come closer to home. And Navarro, we were ranked number 4 in the nation, which is crazy. I always played for good teams, man. I just wanted to win a championship. I did all right as a freshman. Just was injury prone from the jump. I was injury prone before I even kind of got to left high school. But I went to Lakeland College. We were number 7 in the nation, man. I did my thing. I had a lot of coaches that were still reaching back from high school, like Tennessee, Steve Forbes, the assistant, Kawanzo Martin, in Missouri, couple of guys, Bradley, Hawaii, Detroit. I had a couple of schools that was on me, but SEMO was the better choice. I felt like just because it was closer to what I wanted to do. I wanted to win a championship. You know, I felt like being the man was just overrated. I had been the man before, in high school and stuff like that. It was cool. But I wanted to win, man, because I believe in if we win, we all gonna win. We all gonna get that love. So I chose SEMO. Jamie Rosser, who was actually my coach at Overton, ended up getting a coaching job at SEMO, which actually sparked me to go there. Was I had at the time I had 3 guys from Memphis that was already there: Tyler Stone, Nino Johnson, and AJ Jones. AJ Jones played at Raleigh, Egypt. Tyler played at Central. And he played at Mizzou in Missouri and came to SEMO. And then I had Nino Johnson. My boy May was coming, and then myself. So we had 5 guys from Memphis. So I'm thinking 5 guys from Memphis, man, on the same team, and we all killers. We finna rock out. Like I think this, and I'm sorry, Jarika is Bradley, JB. JB was not played at East.
Hey,
So that's 6 guys that's known for putting the ball in the hole, versatility. I'm just thinking I'm finna go here with these folks, and we finna win the championship. So that's what made me choose SEMO for sure.
hey, and not to cut you off, but what people don't really know, JB, bro, was really a dog, bro. Like
For sure.
I
For
met
sure, could do it all.
I met him at Davis, bro. He killed me one time at Davis, bro. He made me get better, bro. Like I said, hey, right
Yeah,
off the rebound, he smacking backboard. We in the same grade.
yeah,
Get him up first. I'm like, we about the same height. But
yeah, yeah.
good though. After playing him that whole summer, after I got better. It made me better though. But yeah, people don't know that dude is really like,
Nah. He was a walking bucket, man. He was a roll the ball out. You can roll the ball out. You can guarantee he gonna give you some buckets. Man. He don't got to stretch. He ain't got to do none of that. He don't got to prep. He just gonna get to it. He was one of the ones for sure.
and what people don't know, he really set the tone for like Davis, like Jamario Moon. Like
Mm.
we seeing him, we seeing JB do it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fact. That's
he one
fact. I ain't even think about that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, Russ.
My thing is, How was it at Southwest Missouri? Because I know AC Uno. That's my guy. He played for me in one of my leagues down here.
Okay, okay. Man, it was
Mm-hmm.
fine. It was fine, man. Man, we had some good times, man. Funniest times ever. You know, college is too fun. We having a blast. On the at SEMO, I had a decent career, man. I just was plagued with them injuries, man. Them injuries just made me.
What kind of injuries were you going through?
So when I first got there, man, I tore my patella tendon.
In the
I
knee.
tore it in the summer, but man, it's a long story. So
Mm-hmm.
let me rewind it. Before I got to SEMO, it was a rule that you had to be at the same school for 3 semesters to go NCC. At this time, I'm banking on going to Tennessee. They had a coaching change during that time where I was just at my school in May. You know, you go from August to May, then that other semester is from May to about December to Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
stayed there then. So when that coaching change happened, I went on and went to SEMO. Where I stayed at home, I went in December, then I went home until August. So when August around, you know, the summer, you know, when you go on for summer workouts, I went up for summer workouts and tore my patella tendon. At that time, I knew that then I couldn't sit out. Like I had already kind of sit out, you know what I'm saying, with me trying to get that third semester. So I had to battle and play through a torn patella tendon the whole year, my junior year. So it was tough for sure. I muscled my way through. Man, I used to get them cortisone shots.
Big old needle.
Man, huge needles.
I
I
already
still to
know.
this day don't know how I did that, man. Like
Yeah.
it was all for the love of the game, man. I couldn't just sit on that side. I remember it was some games, man. I would be on the bike. I'd be at the all the way at the end of the bench on the bike. Coach would just say the word, I'm jumping off the bike, going straight in, like just to keep my knees going. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't really sit on the bench like I had to. I almost stand up, like, and I still managed, but I just wish I was healthy, a little more healthy. Sure.
So you dealing with injuries. How's your mental? How's your mental state of mind at this time? Like what's going through your mind? How are you feeling about your basketball career at this point? Like, are you still thinking you got, maybe league chances or even overseas chances? Because at this time, SEMO was pretty hot. Y'all was really doing y'all thing. Y'all was making some noise.
Yeah, yeah, we were picked to win the league. We had some good games. We won a lot of games. My mental though, it was all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of people that had high expectations for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you balling for so many other people, you know, you feel like you letting them down. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's just like if you was an all American and then you start, you know, you get to a point where you're not performing, that's gonna mess with your mind. It messed with my mind that I couldn't make certain moves. I couldn't make, I couldn't cut like I wanted to. I definitely couldn't jump and dunk on people like I used to. Like I ain't had a quick bounce no more. My game was limited, but I learned how to manage through it. I learned how to play through it, and it messed with my mind. But I think I would like to think it made me stronger too in the mind too, though. Just playing through it, just having that never say die attitude. I think it still got me through. But yeah, my mental was all over the place, to be honest.
Did you end up finishing school and getting your degree?
Definitely got my degree, man. Recreation. I always wanted to be in the field with the kids, man. I actually want my own recreational center where
Mm-hmm.
we can hoop all day until your face blue.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely ended up. I had to. Mom is a principal. Been a principal for man 10 plus 8 plus years. Education was number one. You know, she don't even let me talk certain ways. She'll correct me on the spot, like So the education part, that I had to get there. I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of beating them odds, man. You don't see too many black men tatted up all the way up with degrees.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so I had to go get that.
Yeah, it's all about changing that stereotype, man. And congratulations to you, brother, man, on getting on achieving that uh benchmark and getting your degree, brother. Not everybody do it, man. So congratulations to you.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, facts. We value education and knowledge over here, man. Gurus of the game, man.
For
Believe
real.
that.
Black and educated, man, for real.
Yeah, real talk.
So do you leave? Do you stay? Like, so what do you do?
I actually stayed. I didn't even have a senior year, man. I was battling so much in my mind. Coach had kind of wrote me off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had got back to myself my senior year. Like I went through crazy rehabs. I was feeling myself. But apparently the coaching staff, wasn't they won, I don't know. I still don't know to this day, you know. But I just said, I'm gonna finish school. I'm gonna finish school for sure.
Free education.
That's the way.
Do you feel like you used the game or did the game use you?
Mm. Both. Both for sure. Both for sure.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm just so crazy about the game, man. I'm really like insane about this basketball stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? From the feet squeaking to just the sound of the net, just so much, and I feel like I sold my soul to the game. I put off everything. I ain't want to go to no parties. I ain't want to kick it. I ain't want if we want to talk about no basketball or something that I can relate to, man. I wasn't really with it. So I'm gonna say I missed out on a lot of stuff because I love the game. I missed out on a lot of family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm at this tournament, or I'm at this spot, or I'm in
Right.
school. I
Right.
missed out on a lot of stuff. But I like to say that I definitely use the game to get me to this point where I'm in now, where I beat the odds, where I'm able to tell my story and people can relate to it. So I feel like I did a little bit of both for sure. It did it both.
When you think about your days at SEMO, do you think it was good going to SEMO to play with all those Memphis guys? Because a lot of times we hear the stereotype Memphis guys don't play well with each other. Like if somebody just gotta be the star. Nobody knows how to be the supporting role. So talk about, just it's 5, 6 Memphis guys at one school sharing one ball, and like you said, everybody dogs, everybody can score. Did y'all clash a lot? Like what?
Man, I can say we didn't clash at all, really. Like this particular group, we could look at each other and say, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll. Because we all kind of played together. Like
Mm-hmm.
me and Tyler played AAU together. We played for the Y. Like all of us kind of had like relationships with each other that was beyond like that point. Like me and May was a sixth grader when I was an eighth grader at Ridgeway. And I kept him around me because he was the cool sixth grader. You know what I'm saying? You can hang with eighth graders, little bro. You know what I'm saying? That was, he was my guy. Uh, JB, I knew him. We competed against each other. I just had a mutual respect on his game. I just I knew he was nice. AJ, I knew he was not. I had respect for him. So really, I'm just trying to you know, I think we all was just trying to put on for the city. We
Yeah.
all was trying to put on for the city, just as a team wise. We weren't trying to do like individual, what I'm saying? I don't nah. But as far as like I could have went anywhere else though. And I feel like, I probably would have had plenty unlimited shot attempts, but I was looking for something else. I was looking to try to win that championship with my guys from the city, man. I thought we could do something different. They even called us Southeast Memphis State. Like we had so many guys. I think we broke a record like for the guys from the most city from
Mm.
a school outside of like our city. Like so, man, I was just trying to do big things with them, man. That's it.
What caused you to make the After playing, after your playing days was over, what were kind of your options after you graduated? So the season ends, you're a senior. We have to hang up the shoes at some point, and so you graduate, you get your degree. How do you figure out which direction you're going to head next?
Man, it kind of was like so I tried to start my pro career. I still had game. I still had a lot in the tank, but I just ran into a whole lot of unfortunate events that kind of made me say, this might be over with.
Right.
Uh, when I graduated in 2015, I come home trying to celebrate. I got my degree. I made it, mama. Go to a party, man. I get hit with a stray bullet in my left arm. Lose 80% of my feeling in my hand. Uh, which I love my left hand. I was butter roll. I was dunking on people with that left. So it took a toll on me. Uh, Bounced back from that. Came all the way back. Uh,
Were you the only one that got hit at that party? Did they
yeah,
hit the target?
I was the only one that got hit. I was the
And
only one that got hit.
you were the intended target, I'm sure.
Only God knows. I
Right.
can't say, but only God knows. I'm still here, so we ain't tripping. But
Facts.
I came back from the hand. You know what I'm saying? I still got it. I'm still barbecuing people. My hand coming back. Uh, End up a year later. Was at a hoop session. All my guys, we linked back up. SEMO, we at Penny Hardaway Gym. We having a good hoop pros in the building. Now I go baseline, try to slam on somebody with the left, and I break my leg like Paul George, like almost in half. Come back from that though. I don't stop. I ain't stop. I came back from that, man. I ended up moving to St. Louis, man. That's where my oldest daughter lives. I ended up moving to St. Louis, linked up with some of the best trainers in St. Louis. I was actually training with Jason Tatum, trainer, Miss Gilmore, B. Gilmore, call him head, playing in some of the best leagues with, ISO Hove and some of the guys on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm playing in front of JT. As a matter of fact, in this pro am, and I tear my Achilles, man.
Yeah.
So this is all like in a year to year span.
Right, back to back.
But the thing is, it kept fucking with my mind because I'm still barbecuing people after I come back. Like I'm still playing against pros and I'm still killing. I'm killing with no wheels and a half a hand, and I still got it. But it was just something that told me, people used to say, why you not trying to play? Why you I just know the physicality and I know what come with being a pro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
I had my daughter. And when you a pro, ain't no working a job and going to work out. Nah,
No.
this is your life. Like
Period.
working out is your life. And at the time, I had to get 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying, to take care of my family at the time, fresh out of college. So
Responsibilities.
man, I had to, and that come first always. I
Right.
learned that from my people. But
Mm.
man, it was tough, man. So the injuries really just made me say, it's time to give this game back.
Talk about so you say it was time to get a game back. So which direction did you go? Did you become a skills trainer? You become a coach, or what how you feel you giving the game back?
Man, it started with I ended up at MLK, my first coaching job.
Okay.
My boy Corian Pearson, man, gave me my first opportunity at MLK, the old Fraser High School. Me and Chris Brewer with an assistant who played at Kent State, Corian All American at Union University of D2, one of the D2 greats. Man, he gave me my first opportunity to try to impact the youth. I started, of course, the skills because that's what my game always been about. Skills. I want ultra athletic. I will dunk on you, catch you on a drop off, catch you vertical. Or I wasn't that fast. I was playing out pure skill anyway, footwork and stuff like this. So I feel like it started off me being a motivator, because I always like try to motivate the team. I was a motivator slash skills, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely was an assistant coach basketball, mind, wise. So they gave me my first opportunity, man, for sure.
Would you say that coaching is like a passion of yours or something that you just kind of just ended up doing for fun?
Yes, it's a definite passion, man. Just to see something, just to see something grow. It's just like you plant the seed and you keep
Mm-hmm.
watering and you watch it grow. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be proud. You know what I'm saying? And
Straight up.
that's what I'm noticing and that's what I'm seeing in this coaching. Now I'm watering my boys. We working. I'm giving them the game. I'm giving it from the heart. I ain't, I don't want nothing from you. I just want to give to you. And to see them strive and to see them do the stuff that it's just like you run a play and you see them do it, man, that's one of the best feelings ever. Like, but it was different going from that player to the coaching lens. Like it's two different lenses, but at the same time, it fulfilled me the same way.
Talk about your team. Talk about I know we talked about the struggle of Memphis and what's going on, and you said how you was at a party, how you got hit, and they just come with being from the M. And I told people I came home, I almost died on Christmas, so it happens. If you from Memphis, you in almost died. Everybody in almost died before.
It ain't nothing to laugh at, but
It ain't
man, you right though.
yeah,
No, you right though.
everybody almost died just being
Nah,
from the M.
you
So
had a near death experience for sure.
yeah, so talk about Douglas High School, where is it, and what's some of the things that your players are facing on the
Man,
everyday struggle.
man, my boys, we all Chelsea, man, in North Memphis, in the heart of North Memphis. Man, if you ever heard anything about North Memphis, it's true. There's a lot of stuff going on in North Memphis, man. But my boys, man, them boys is trying to change their life.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to change the scenery when they look out the window.
Right.
We ain't trying to see boarded up windows and stuff, man. Like that's where they come from, man. And I just keep their mind fresh and keep their mind open on just seeing more. Cause I didn't see more until I went to college, man. I told them when I went to college, I didn't want to come back to Memphis. I didn't want to come back because I started seeing more. It was places I was at. I could leave my car running. You know what I'm saying? I can go in the gas
Right.
and leave the door open, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Like,
Right.
Right.
man, and that's what I'm just preaching, man. These boys can really do something, man. We super talented, great kids. We got a 3.5 GPA as a team right now, man.
That's
Last
dope.
year it was almost a 4.0.
That's
Man, we got
dope.
some young scholars and I like to call it the roles that grew from concrete.
Right.
Man, it's really humbling. It's humbling every day. Every day just seeing the stuff that go on, the stuff that they tell you, the stuff they'll say. Kids will tell you, they'll tell you without telling you what's going on. You can see it. And man, they just been working their butt off, man, to change the trajectory of their life, bro. And I'm just there with them every step of the way to help them. We got a great team this year. We lost in the state championship last year with mostly 10th graders. As our core, we lost by 1 point at the state championship, and we picked to go back. So I just been trying to, man, me and my staff and we've been just trying to keep them folks hungry, man, and just picking at them and just making sure that they staying hungry, man, because it's more for them. I don't want them to get I don't want them to get comfortable. I want them to stay hungry, man, until they see them nice blue water somewhere or that better life they're looking for.
Any of your guys getting some offers right now?
We got guys getting offers all over the board. We got a guy, man. We got a kid getting offers from Arizona State. Sure, he got looks from a lot of places right now. We got a lot of guys getting interest. We got some guys getting some JUCO interest. We got coaches that just haven't came in yet too. They been busy. But with us having a national schedule, this is the second year we've had a national schedule. We definitely gonna have a lot more coaches in the building for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody is hearing about that good team in the trenches.
And it's big for them kids to get their national schedule, being from their neighborhood. Like it's really, like you said, boarded up. You don't even know people live there until somebody come out the house.
You don't know.
How you live there? Yeah, they live there. So
And we in the community, man, like for conditioning, we run around, we run in the neighborhood. 3.5 miles, we run in the neighborhood. You have old people outside, the elderly outside. Let's go, boys, clapping us through. I run with me and my coaching staff, my younger assistants. We run with the boys. We work out with them. So just getting that love and just telling them, make sure y'all come to the games. Like it's just a lot of hope in that neighborhood, man, right now, in the Douglas community right now.
What are some of your goals with coaching? Do you want to go college? Do you want to end up on an NBA sideline eventually? Do you want to, go back to school and get your master's? I don't know if you have it already. What are some of your goals? Or what's your peak for coaching? Or is it just want to have, the best record in the neighborhood?
I definitely want to be a head coach one day. I feel like I can bring that swag, that style, that swag, and I think my boys will receive it wherever I go as far as a head coach. But to be honest with you, my love for the game is so strong, man. It don't matter wherever the game take me. I love training. I train too. Uh, I love motivating guys. Wherever the game take me, man, I'm down to go. Cause it's really life to me. It saved my life. It teaches you so many values that people don't even know. Like sports, it just teaches you so much, man.
Right.
And man, wherever the game take me, man, I'm down to go. As long as it, match up with my personal life. But other than that, man, wherever the game, I definitely want to coach. But wherever the game take me, man, I'm ready to go.
Where do you kind of one of our last questions that we kind of like to, start to end our podcast with, but we had a great conversation so far with you, D.
For sure.
Where do you think the game is headed? With you kind of starting off from the ground level, it's like, before preschool playing the game and playing quality AAU and college basketball, now coaching at a high level with your team making to the state championship, which is big. Y'all was in the paper, the news, clippings, winning big championship game. I know how that feels. Triple crown, city champ, all that. Yeah, plaques, all that. So, like, where do you think the game is headed as you see it in all of its phases?
I think it's headed to a different space. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not gonna be that old head and say it's headed to a bad space. It's a different space. The bigs are not big no more. They playing like guard.
Positionless basketball is what it's called.
Yeah, now that's what they calling it, man. And I kind of like it. Me being the tall kid, and my coach hated when I shot jump shots in middle school. He would say, "Just go up and dunk it." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I can shoot the pill off for it. Like, I feel it, but I just think, it's not more so the game. It's just the mindsets of in the game.
I like that.
That's changing. Just exploiting mismatches. If I got a smaller guy, let's abuse him on the inside. Let's not do that step back. One thing I do hate is just the 100 dribbles into a step back. I just hate that. You know what I'm saying? I like ball movement. You seeing a lot of different teams play that way, but the game is just evolving on a different level, on a whole different level than we probably imagine. And I mean, I kind of like it. I just would like to see more grit and hunger in their play. I would like to see less buddy ball. I would like to see just competing. You know how Jordan used to look at that ball when he on defense. He have his fist balled up. You know how Kobe used to have the jersey in his mouth, chewing on it, like just.
We don't see that no more.
Just that black. You ever just went cold and just that zone. Like, I don't see that from a lot of guys. I see a lot of guys looking at the floor in disbelief or nervous. I don't know what it is. It's just different. But as far as the skill and where the game is going, I kind of like it. I kind of like the spacing. I like that too. I like the spacing for sure.
I was going before we let you go. I'm sorry, Russ. I know you
You
said
good.
I'll be last. What you
No.
think about the NIL though? How you feel about the NIL?
I wish I had an NIL when I was coming up. Man, I like the NIL. I like the NIL for the kids that earn it, that need it. I just don't like when they abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Or like it, it's a blessing that you got the NIL deal, bro. Now ball out. Like get lost in your game. Like get lost in it. I think some of these guys give me NILs and it's in their head. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
I'm worth 250,000, or whatever how much it is.
Hey, but think about this though, Pruitt. You think about if you going to Southeast Missouri, you fresh from South Wind to
Yeah, yeah.
to the pro to Southeast, and they like, yeah, well the boosters and came together and gave you an NIL deal for 50,000 your first year. Prove it. You ain't going to the gym, bro. You ain't
I ain't
going
lie.
to the
Look,
gym,
I ain't
bro.
gonna go into the gym, but I'm gonna be online. I'm gonna be buying everything I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna go to the gym,
Okay.
but I'm definitely still gonna go to the gym because man, that's just my livelihood. I just love shooting people face. I just love the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm born gym rat. It's
Okay.
just certain feelings when you're playing basketball that can't be replaced,
Nah,
like just
facts.
hitting the three ball. But me getting man, I definitely be a shopping. I'll be shopping like crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, everything else. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a fact. The NIL is definitely tricky. It's not really for everybody. I think that's what people need to understand. And then I heard there's cases of kids not even getting paid what they're owed off
Mm,
the NIL deals. And so it's definitely a slippery slope
nah, real. Yeah, it
that
is.
we definitely got to go down at some point in time, man, because even my homeboy's wife, she's a lawyer strictly for NIL kids so that they don't get taken advantage of, man. So we actually might need to have her on one day to kind of explain and break down
Oh, no,
what's
I gotta
going on.
tune in to that one. I would like to hear about that for sure.
Yeah, no, bet. We probably should have like a coaches panel too to figure out, how you guys could, benefit and get your guys' kids looks and things like that. So we definitely should cook that up. Yeah, man, 100%, man. Well, D, man, we appreciate you coming by, dropping off some jewels, man, and giving us some game, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I love what y'all got going, man. I really do, man. I'm just honored, to be on here, man, just to talk about my life, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for sure.
Now
No, we appreciate you. We definitely got to circle back, man, in the spring.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
after y'all season over, come up
Come
here.
on, we still had some hardware, you know what I'm saying? I'm praying. Oh, that'll be a full circle moment, man. Y'all come back.
Mm-hmm.
It will, and we also, man, if you got one of your players, man, that's graduating, a senior or a junior, that plans on having a big summer, needs some exposure.
Yeah.
Friend to bring him on with you, man. We'd love to get his story as well, and put a spotlight on him
Say no more, man. I got I
or
got
her.
I got three seniors, man, right now. They got a chance
Perfect,
to do something. They can do something big this year. So we
perfect,
definitely can do that.
perfect, perfect. Well, yeah, D man, man, Darrian, great man. We appreciate you, G.
Man,
Great
appreciate
episode,
y'all.
man.
All love, y'all. Appreciate
Appreciate
And
it.
y'all.
salute to you, King. We catch you on the next one.
All right,
And
man.
thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. The Gurus of the Game. Catch us next Saturday with some more jewels, some more gems, and some more game that we'll be dropping for you guys. Man, until the next one, salute as always. Love.
Love, man.
Uh,
Yes, sir.